Hey yo. So today we are in module 2, unit 1, lesson 6. So either in your workbooks or on your Canvas page, this is going to be work time B. Go ahead and make sure that you have a copy of your paragraph structure jigsaw note catcher. And so we are focused on I can analyze the structure of a specific paragraph in a text and explain how it develops a key concept. You are going to work either in small groups, medium to large groups, or independently to analyze a paragraph from your reading in work time A. You're going to analyze the paragraph structure, identify the types of paragraph the author uses, the key concept, a sentence that develops that, how that sentence contributes to the developing the key concept, and why the author included it in its role in the overall purpose. Now, that is so much to take in, and so obviously we are going to work through one together. So we are actually going to do the first paragraph as a class. And so basically, these are the 5 questions that I just read. And if you scroll down to the bottom, it does have those questions here along with your response. So what I'm going to do is just drag this out just a little bit and actually copy the questions so that they're in my chart so that I do not forget them. Because sometimes it could get just a little bit overwhelming if we don't have everything where we would like it to be. So I'm just going to take a second to do that. If you guys could do the exact same thing, that will be super helpful as we move forward with our learning. As you can see, I am just copying from each question. And like I said, that's just something that I'm doing so that I can remember exactly what question I'm supposed to be answering. That is not something you have to necessarily do, but I bet it will be super helpful if you take the time to do this so that you have this information handy. So what we're actually going to look at when we talk about assigned paragraph response is paragraph 2, pages 91 to 92. It goes from 3 of every 5, and it ends at "it's killing us." Go ahead and go to that paragraph and just take a second to reread it. And the first question is kind of self-explanatory, right? When you reread that, and remember, you have to have reread that paragraph in order to move forward. So if you didn't, go ahead and pause right here. But for those that did, we know that we have compare and contrast, we have descriptive, we have expository, and we have narrative. So this paragraph we know is expository. It is explaining something, right? And so when we ask, well, what is the key concept of this paragraph? What they mean is, I'm going to write it just so that you can know it for when you practice on your own. What is it talking about? What is the paragraph talking about? I.e., the central idea or the gist, whichever one makes more sense for you, right? For this particular thing, it's also going to match your paragraph structure. So expository text, explain. If this was a compare and contrast, it might compare something. If this was a descriptive paragraph. It would describe something, right? And so for us, it explains how food is causing obesity, which is leading to death and diabetes. And so as you keep going, question 3 asks you to identify a sentence that develops this concept. So at this point, it's not just you're telling me, oh, it explains that food is causing obesity. It explains what's leading to death or to diabetes. Now you have to go into the story and give me a little bit more. And we have, this is a giant public health problem costing the healthcare system an estimated 90 billion a year. So much money. We know it's a health problem. Death, disease, obesity, those are all health problems, right? And obviously these are pages 91 to 92. The paragraph is pretty small, so you don't have to restate the page this time, though you're more than welcome to. So then the next thing is, well, if you're telling me that this sentence develops the key concept, how? How does it contribute to that? So basically you have to connect your concept to your evidence. Basically you have to connect your concept to your evidence. In other words, this sentence contributes to developing the concept that diabetes and obesity are an epidemic by providing evidence of the cost to treat these diseases. Okay, there, these, these, wrong letter, sorry. And then the final thing is, well, why does the author include this paragraph and what role does it play in the overall purpose? So we're going a little bit outside of this specific paragraph and thinking about the text as a whole. So what does it tell you? And what is the author saying to make us believe it? And when we say to make us believe them, we're talking about their purpose and what they want us to believe overall, not just in this paragraph. And for this particular paragraph, they include research, facts, data, statistics that supports the point of view that how we eat is unhealthy. So all this has to do with health care, things like that. And so as you are answering either paragraph 2 on page 96 that begins soda makers don't deserve credit and ends in people feel piggish, and or paragraph 4 pages 98 to 99 that begins surprisingly the health and ends the other whole vegetables, depending on which paragraph your teacher tells you. Please make sure that you kind of look at how we answered these questions, how we broke them down, and read. Those will help you to kind of break down the questions. You are either going to work independently or in a group of your teacher's liking. And then once you are done, your teacher will go over your answers, make sure that everyone understood their paragraph, have you guys share out or whatever method they deem best. If you have any questions, please make sure that you ask. I hope that everyone has a wonderful day. Bye, y'all.